All right, we're live. Excuse me. All right. Ready to get started?
You tell me.
Well, let's get started. Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And Bloodaxe is out today, but, we're holding down the fort without him.
He may pop in
started.
chat, but
Yeah. I hate it because he had a bunch of, I think,
Star Warsian things.
not Star Wars. It was that
Oh,
game.
Grounded.
Grounded, yeah.
I mean, I can cover a little bit of it. There's some updates coming down, but they haven't hit yet.
Yeah.
So when we get to actually put our hands on it, we can do a little more.
Yeah. We'll let him talk about it more once he gets hands on.
We get handsy.
I
mean, they didn't throw in more wands. So, I mean, I need more magic, man.
Did you ever get crossplay to work with Remnant?
Man, we didn't get a chance to put our hands on it, with the convention and just various things. We need to see, because it's weird the way they did it. You've got to do it through Epic.
Yeah.
And the button that's supposed to bring up the Epic on my PC, the button they keep telling me to hit, doesn't do anything. So though I'm signed into Epic, I don't know if it's going to show. And the other person I contested with is a jackass who won't sign on to Remnant or Epic, because he's too busy playing Star Front, whatever, No Man's Sky.
You never asked me to help with that.
Well, either way, you'll probably show up through Steam anyway.
Yeah,
so
you would have had to been on your Xbox and done it that way.
Yeah,
for us to.
Well, then I'd have to do the Epic on there. Yeah, so he hasn't signed in to try it. I may see if he's free, but he's busy today.
Yeah.
So.
Because I was hoping, with the we'll talk about that first, I guess. First up, let's see. Remnant 2's got its DLC
Second
coming.
DLC coming.
Yeah. And so one of the reasons I was hoping to go ahead and get the crossplay working is so me, you, and Blood could go ahead and sort of get used to playing with you, because as the three of us, we've never played together.
And we've never even got a good 3-man going on Remnant 2, And I'd rather play with Blood because it's a trippy experience playing with randoms. I mean, it's one of the reasons I hate you don't play more Remnant 2, because you run into the new crossplay they did seem to have messed up multiplayer, in that I see fewer people now than I did before. Like, now when I go online, I see like 1 or 2 people only. It's like it made it harder to find people online. And then when I do find people, I either find people being really weird, or I find speedrunners. And even though I played the heck out of the game, I don't want to speedrun. I want to have fun. You want to play around and have fun. So you're running with somebody, and they're trying to beat the game in 10 seconds. They're like flying through the game, and you're like, okay, well, that's no fun. I want to mess around and fight, kill bosses, and they're just running across the map, skipping all the fights. And I'm like, why are you even in multiplayer? Because, I can speedrun the game, but I don't need you. I'm not going to lie. I have a speedrun build. But my speedrun build doesn't need anybody. It's faster with no one. So why are you speedrunning in multiplayer? It's like the weirdest experience I've ever had with somebody speedrunning in multiplayer.
If you want to do a speedrun, you would turn off your multiplayer.
So I have a build where I can clear a map without having to see the enemies. I don't need you, though. You slow me down. Not you, I'm saying like another person.
Yeah, I got
so
you.
Why this person was speedrunning in multiplayer was very confusing. And then they're stuck at the door waiting for us to catch up, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, and they had a speedrun build where they didn't need us, so I'm like, why are you playing multiplayer but speedrunning? It was very confusing. The other person and me were running together, just looking at each other like, I don't know what this person's doing. They're in multiplayer public speedrunning. It was very odd. But I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully I can find somebody that wants to play the game and have fun to enjoy it with, because I enjoy playing through the game and just running through it, and I want to play it. I'm tired of playing it by myself, but I don't know what to do. So if you want to play Remnant 2, you just enjoy playing the game. I literally have made multiplayer builds that tone my build down enough to enjoy the game on purpose. Like I've actually got different tiers of builds designed to get the combat level down to extend the gameplay just for fun. I literally went that far. I've got like my loadouts level to support builds.
Is this
all
the
of
new
that
class?
That's the Invoker. So like I'm very much looking forward to it. Man, if you want to play, hit me hit a message, drop something in chat. I'd love to play with you, just to enjoy the game because I play a lot of Remnant 2. I'm looking forward to the DLC.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the DLC, man. Like I said, I wanted to really get a 3-man going before the DLC came out, just so we could go ahead and.
I'd love to get a proper 3-man going, but you need 3 people who have like that like I said, ready to play the game and are around the same level, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the catch, because like we're gonna have to grab Bloodaxe and get him through the game a couple of times. And that's why I was hoping we could get on, because I can run him through it. I can run him through the game and get him equipped up, but we gotta get him on. I'll try to catch him. Well, this next week's going to be busy. Monday and Tuesday, at least. I won't be free until at least Wednesday. But Remnant 2 is an amazing game. They're going to do the class. The class trailer comes out to tell you about the Invoker this week. So hopefully next weekend I'll be able to tell you what we find out about it. But it's supposed to be uses the power of the forest. They've covered every archetype, so we're very curious what this is going to be about, because they got status effects, they've got guns, they've got summons, they've got explosive damage, they've got melee, they got healing. So I'm just curious what it's going to do.
Maybe he's an item user, because, I mean, he's got scrolls and stuff on the back, you know. I mean, there hadn't really been anybody who uses...
They said he's going to call on the power of the forest, and I saw him sending vines out in one of the shots. I don't know if you can catch it, but they show him sending the vines out across the ground. So people are wondering if it's going to be a skill-based, because there isn't really a class outside of the engineer that's like, it's all about my skills. So maybe he'll be the caster we never got. It's like... I think, is that the shot? No, that's the new melee weapon. But there's a shot of like some vines going out across the ground.
It's got him using a crossbow here.
Yeah, but maybe this will be the one that has some really cool skill powers, and you know, it'll be all about, you know, you'll be a caster. Like like I'm not about my mods. I'm about sending out something that's like spells, because Yasha is the world of magic, is one of the more magical worlds. So a lot of people were wondering if this will be the one that's a spell. Now, our boy Zeno loves spellcasters, and they give him a caster, he's going to be all about it. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe this will be, because it's called the Invoker. Maybe we'll have a class that's a bit of a spellcaster. I'd love to see it. It'll be, and I could see maybe that'll get Zeno to finally like be willing to play with me a little more, and I won't have to go hunting down some outside like tag in player.
Man, I mean, I played a lot of this game with you. You can, I don't know. Me and you played a lot.
We
of this
beat the
game.
DLC like once.
Okay, the DLC we didn't play, but before that. Dude, I put in like a couple 100 hours into this game, and about half of those was with you.
Well, but what about the king? Just build him once.
I'm you know, I mean, I burn out on things. Now I've given it enough of a break. Now I think I'll come back and I'll have a little more playtime in me. But
that's why I'm hoping this Invoker will catch your interest, because the Ritualist I love dots. So I also will admit that they put out, like, my class. Like, I'm like, oh, dots. You know me and status effects. You know, because I love necromancers, but I also love status effects.
Yeah, but I also... My thing is I'm still a little annoyed with the gunslinger. I am. I'll be honest.
Dude, I don't know if they're ever going to bring it back around, because I've been watching for you, and they're about rapid fire, man. They're not about 6 shooters and snipers. They're about rapid fire. Every time they have buffed him, but what's he good at? Rapid fire. It's always rapid fire. They're about full auto, man. They're Call of Duty in him every time they bring him back. And I'm with you. I'd love to see him with just a bad 6 shooter loadout, or just a 6 sniper, or a shot. What are some pretty decent shotgun builds? But they have not got him down to like a nasty sniper.
I want power and accuracy. You know, that.
They do. They've got some nice full auto sniper builds.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
But no, like I saw. Like
so yeah, a caster may bring me back because that'd give me something else. I'll play with that. I'll enjoy because that is my other niche. You know,
you get Xenodamus and you start throwing out some nasty. You love that.
So,
and you weren't feeling the mod casting, but if they get you a proper caster, I think you'd be down.
Well,
or a druid, which the invoker, maybe the invoker's a druid. You down with druids? You creme de bow would definitely roll back up in there.
Yeah. We'll see.
But the DLCs have been amazing, so I'm very optimistic. They made me wait a long time for this one. It felt like it took forever, but it may just be I've been enjoying the DLC that much. And I'm about to beat Dragon's Dogma, so the timing's about right. Though I'm gonna try to rush now and go ahead and beat because I was nearing the end. So now I've got to within the next week go ahead and get my first clear of Dragon's Dogma. So I'll probably try to go ahead and knock Dragon's Dogma out this week. And though the Unmoored World's going to be a sucker.
I don't know. The more I see on Dragon's Dogma, the more I'm just going to wait till it's a discounted game.
I've been enjoying it, though I was shocked. I now see what people say, because here I was thinking I had a long way to beat it. And literally I got to Batal, and I'm like, all right, how close are they in? And now I'm like, whoa, that game comes to a sudden end if you're not careful.
I happened to see a comparison of a sorcerer next to a rogue.
There's not.
And
the thief is overpowered as heck.
And I was just like, and it's sort of, because I was like, man, I sort of really want to play a sorcerer.
They're not weak. Like, if you get 2 rings of recitation, I have been wiping things out with the sorcerer. But the rogue is overclocked really bad right now. The rogue is ridiculously overclocked. The rogue can pull a Sonic and just buzzsaw, because I know you probably saw, like Helm Splitter buzzsaws through everything in the game and is also immortal. He's got an ability to just not take damage. The thief, I literally refuse to play it. Like, I've been going Mystic Archer and Sorcerer with the Warfare because the rogue is overclocked really badly, and I refuse to play it because it's overclocked to heck. But it's a fun game. I've been loving it and having fun. But I am about to clear it. I'm going to clear it this week because Remnant 2 DLC is coming out, and I know I won't touch Dragon's Dogma when that DLC comes out. I will probably play Remnant 2 up until Elden Ring DLC comes out. I'll probably play it all the way up, or until Dragon's Dogma DLC comes out, which they are planning. But I will probably put Dragon's Dogma mostly on the shelf when the Remnant 2 DLC comes out.
No Star Wars Outlaws?
Star Wars what?
Outlaws, man.
Who? I don't see a lightsaber.
Oh man, people are just looking for reasons to hate this game. Like I've seen a handful of people not liking it.
Yeah, Michael Hartman is overclocked. Is that like overpowered? Yeah, I say overclocked because I mean overclocked is in the way they spec it. Like I say overclocked because it's different from overpowered, because overpowered would just mean, it does too much damage. But no, it's literally overclocked in that in a game where several effects are triggered on a per hit and they balance them to where they don't expect you to get 50 hits in a second, the rogue has an ability that goes like that, and thus it outperforms in a way that clearly they forgot about that. Like, there is a dagger in the game that they can get that has a permanent, it builds freeze. It insta-freezes everything because they have an ability where you jump in the air and pull a sonic spin that means you can freeze everything in the game. There's another effect that builds up explosive damage that then detonates based on how many times you hit. Everyone else in the game can rack up maybe 5 or 10 hits before it detonates. The rogue, see previous comment. So it just constantly overperforms on this one move ridiculously, and that's why I say it's overclocked, because it just is like, it's like mechanically they forgot this move exists when they built other abilities. So when it combos, it just severely outperforms itself. And you're just like, yeah, they need to go in and either cap these other moves at a maximum number of hits they can get, or they need to take that move and lower its number of ticks that it racks up. So it's not even that it's overpowered, it's that it's literally not measured appropriately in its performance. That's why I say it's almost like it's overclocked. It's like, no, this is racking up too many hits.
All right. So yeah, Star Wars Outlaws, man. Like, dude, I mean, we watched some gameplay of it, and I will say, gameplay didn't look too bad.
I've seen it 100 times. That's every Ubisoft game I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of some of the mechanics of the game. And, I mean, a lot of people are bitching about the $110, which is the $70 base game plus the season pass. But at the same time, back when games were $60, $99 was a deluxe edition. You know, games went up $10, so $110 with the season pass goes along with what we've seen in the past.
I mean, I don't have as much issue with other people. I mean, I get it. Give me one second.
Yeah. So, I mean, I will say the $110 where it sounds like a lot, I mean, with the $10 game increase, I'm not seeing like a huge difference from the past. Outside of that, the other issue that I've seen people talking about, of course, is the looks of the character, which I agree they did sort of buff manly chin thing. It's a current DEI thing that everybody's been complaining about. So it's a hot topic right now of how women look in games. I really don't care, but I do get it.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to be real, and it ain't as big a deal.
I mean, like I said, I get it.
But here's the thing. Really? I get the price tag complaints, but for different reasons, most people. The real truth is this. I get the price tag, but the reason why is because it's an Ubisoft game, man. I saw nothing special. Now, is it trash? No, not trash. But have I played this game? I've already played this game. Go watch the trailer. It's every Ubisoft game. It's nothing special. Didn't look any better than anything I've played. Didn't look any worse. It's the same game you played before. Didn't it? We saw the mechanics. We played that game. Same stealth, same ship mechanics, same graphics. I literally was saying that the graphics didn't look any better than anything we played in the last few years. Reminded me of Mass Effect. The character, boring. Voice acting didn't stand out. The pet, Stitch. Robot droid, same, not special. Main character, ugly, but not wretched. She's just plain Jane. She's not really ugly. She's just plain Jane. Boring looking character, no unique design, no unique performance or voice. I would call this an average. This is an automatic 5 out of 10 across the board. Gameplay, nothing unique. Blaster play, nothing unique. Enemies, nothing unique. Performance and story, even the story I saw, everything predictable. What happened, predictable. Her riding the speeder bike. Remember the speeder bike scene? Boring. Slow. Wasn't that fast. Wasn't that exciting. Wasn't that thrilling. I've never been more meh in my life. It was the dullest, slowest paced. The star battle, you went to the bathroom on it. They had a star fight. Boring. Nothing impressed. Now, it wasn't bad. The game is not awful. But no single part of it stood out at all. And I will give this to that other trailer that everyone's lambasting. The stupid one that the lady keeps saying, the developer keeps saying dumb stuff to make everybody mad. You know what? Say what you want. But the scene at the beginning with the little cadets and close your eyes and what do you see and the line about fire and the intense like battle with the lightsabers and then flipping around. Hey, you want to know something? That intro was gripping. the lines, the scenes, the fire, the intensity, the design of the characters. Yeah, it's the chick we've seen in everyone. It's strong black woman, but she looks great. I like her design. She looks badass. I love her robes. Love her hair. She's got the cool lightsaber. I like the Jedi. I like the main female Jedi. She looks very badass. So I will say this. The character designs, interesting. They look like protagonists. Each character looks unique. I would recognize them. So say what you want about that. At least they tried. But here, this is the most plain-looking character. Even the droid looks like a standard issue droid. Like look at that. That's boring.
No, they gave him a trench coat, man. He's cool.
It's a boring trench coat. It's puke green. The bike is boring. I never thought I would miss the little reflector disc in the stupid Boba Fett one. But like, at least it had something.
I'm a fan of trench coats. I actually like the trench coat.
That is a lame trench coat.
No, it's a very military
No, it isn't.
esque trench coat. Nice green.
Everything
got a
is
good flow. It goes down to about the ankles, which is the proper length for a good
Even
trench
her
coat.
ship is just a box. It's like, this is the most dull looking.
I mean,
nothing is
with
interesting
the
in this
over his
show.
shoulder. I like the droid more than I like the main character.
Well, yes, the droid is more interesting.
He looks cool. I like him.
I mean,
I would play the
that
droid.
main character.
Can I play the droid?
Now I would play the droid. He is more interesting. Okay, the droid is more interesting to her. But he is still not the most interesting droid we've seen. He's not the bounty hunter from, like, The Mandalorian or
which
anything.
was really cool.
Yeah, but she is literally plain Jane.
But I like the droid
She
style,
is the most plain Jane main character. If she is literally Jane Doe. Somebody said, draw Jane Doe, and they drew Jane Doe.
I can see that.
Isn't she? Jane Doe. She is plain Jane as heck. This doesn't catch my eye. If someone tried to cosplay her, you would not realize they were cosplaying her because she looks that normal.
Well, no, here's the thing. I mean, they did make her where she doesn't have a lot of outstanding characteristics. Like, looking at her, I'm like, I worked with a girl that looks similar to that at Walmart. I worked with a girl that works similar to that.
I walked by her.
I can think of about 5 different women I know that could be similar.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of generic features there.
You could walk by somebody cosplaying her at a con 4 times and not realize it. It would take you a while to realize who she was.
I mean, the jacket would be the giveaway.
I don't know. She could be a member of Stars, playing a cop, playing a two.
I mean, if I saw this jacket, I mean, I think this jacket's recognizable enough.
It's the same that the jacket is what he had to go. I think I'd recognize the blue jacket. Are you sure? That jacket's kind of in style. You know, the vest. I don't know. I think the jacket wouldn't give it away.
I mean, as long as you have the belt and the shirt to go with it, yeah, sure.
Brown pants, white shirt, blue jacket.
Brown
you think that would give it away?
Brown cargo. People don't wear cargo pants, right? Yeah, I joke because I mostly wear brown cargo pants.
Yeah, you would not recognize that cosplay. You would not recognize this character 9 times out of 10.
From the back, you definitely would.
You would not. That character would blend in, and you would not realize. If they did not have the gun belt, you wouldn't even know they were cosplaying. You would just think that's what somebody wore to the con.
Now, if you made the little Nyx thing here, you know, and had it with you, like a stuffed Nyx, that would
I would probably think it's one of the aliens from the Lilo cartoon. Lilo Sis cartoon before I realized that
he's even got some damage on his chest.
In that shot.
That's sort of
that
cool.
shot. So I'm sorry. So I think people are overreacting because they're giving it more attention it deserves. It's a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's also not interesting. And even the ship, it's a boring, normal ship.
I will say, though, watching the play, the ship maneuvering and stuff,
No, they put more effort.
Really nice.
Yeah, they put more effort into the graphics of the space travel than they did the ground play.
I will say, the space travel graphics looked a lot
Which is weird because the game isn't about the space travel. You spend way more time on foot, and that's what they seem to put at least effort. But
I don't know. I will say, and maybe this is I did not care for the last Star Wars game that had 2 games. What was it called?
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
And
I didn't care for
Jedi
it.
Survivor.
I tried playing it.
Jedi Out. I don't know. Something.
Yeah. I tried playing it. Looking at the gameplay style of this, I would probably prefer playing this over the gameplay style of that one. It was just too janky, man. This seems like it does seem like a smoother gameplay style. Like I said, the only thing I didn't like was to send in the little nicks off to do things. It's a mechanic I hate in games.
But that's Ubisoft,
where you use the pet and have it.
You haven't played a lot of Ubisoft games, then.
I have played a lot of Ubisoft games. I played most of the Assassin's Creeds and stuff like that.
Oh, God, I wish this played like Assassin's Creed. I'd enjoy it a lot more. Those weren't bad. I played Odyssey. This played like Odyssey or Ragnarok. I'd love it a lot more. I wish it played like that. Or even if it played like the Far Cry.
Yeah.
Oh, man, if it played like Far Cry, I'd be into it.
Ubisoft did.
Love it if it played like Far Cry.
The Division games. Now, the Division games, you had some maneuvering.
In fact, why is it Star Wars Outlaw? Why can't it be Star Wars Assassin? Now, that'd be fun. Playing an assassin in Star Wars.
Because, honestly, this is Star Wars Outlaw coming from Ubisoft, which are the Star Wars survival games came from EA.
I mean, like I said, it's not a bad game. If you like Ubisoft games, you'll enjoy it. The gameplay did not look terrible. It just looked familiar. Yeah. Now, if you like Ubisoft games, you will like it. Now, me, I'm an RPG guy, and I like the Assassin's Creed gameplay. I like more RPG style. Ubisoft doesn't do that much unless they're doing Assassin's Creed. This isn't that play style, so it's not my jam. He's a little more tolerant of this style of play than me. This isn't my jam.
I mean, I will say I wish they would give me an option between a male and a female main MC. I think the main reason they didn't give you the male one is because they're trying to not be a complete ripoff of Han Solo.
Honestly,
because they're trying to make her out to be the little the renegade bounty hunter
honestly,
type.
Saturday, I actually shocked a lot of my friends. You know, my Saturday group's a little bit more diverse because I actually said, honestly, I'd rather play the droid.
I'd much rather play the droid.
I enjoy playing genderless characters.
I like the droid style, and if you gave him sort of a Nor type of dialogue, that would be fucking amazing.
I'm dead serious.
Because it's a droid, so if he's out of place on his dialogue, out of time period, whoever programmed it was just a fan of Nor.
They even have my back on that. Kids today said, if you give Quinn the choice between a male, female, or a robot or golem, Quinn will play the freaking.
And I think that's why I like his style, because he does sort of the trench coat and everything. Sort of gives me a little bit of that Nor style I do like.
Man, I'd love to play the droid.
So, yes, if the droid was an option.
My favorite character from KOTOR was HK-47, man.
Yeah. And then instead of sending off the Nix, he could just... Because they could almost carbon copy, man. Instead of sending off the Nix, you just have him take off his hand and let his hand go and do the little things,
Yes, I will play a moral droid any day of the week. Love it. I would love to play it.
But no, I also like options, and I'm not saying it has to be a male-female option. It could be the female or droid option. I'd be fine with that too. I just like having a little more options out of it than and games are trying to, I don't know, man. More and more games are refusing to give you the option of an MC.
Well, they're doing that because they know that you will make that choice. And to me, that says a lot.
Is it that or is it lazy development?
No, it's that. They said it. And honestly, to me, doesn't that answer the question itself? If you are afraid to give us a choice because you know what choice we'll make, doesn't that imply that you're making a mistake in and of itself?
You're making the wrong choice, yeah.
If you have to remove the choice to play anything else but insert this particular option, then isn't that the wrong option? If you have to take hamburgers off the menu to make me order a tofu burger, then maybe you shouldn't be selling tofu burger. I'm sorry, I'm canceled. I'll go in the corner. I was wrong, I guess.
Makes sense, man.
I'm saying give a choice. And hey, it don't have to be a guy. I'll take a robot.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You can give me a choice between her and the Knicks. I'll play the Knicks. I'll play the little critter.
I wouldn't do that.
I would. I've done it before. There was a game where we were playing Gears of War 5, and I played the Jack robot. I played the little fly robot to not play Kate. Because Clinton was playing the other character, the male character, and the option was play Kate or the robot. And I played the robot, and Clinton said, "Q, the robot can't really fight." And I said, "Yes, but the robot's not Kate." And they just bust out laughing and said, "Wow." And I said, "Shut up, I'm a robot."
I'll leave the Knicks for the furries.
I'll play the Knicks. Hey, I saw the Knicks take a stormtrooper down in one of the shots. It jumped on him and tackled him.
All right. Oh, right.
Bad news for you.
Well,
you're looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I got DLC coming out, so I got Remnant 2 DLC coming out.
More along the bad news train. Fallout London is delayed indefinitely to avoid Bethesda Clash. Basically, Bethesda was supposed to release their Fallout 4 Remastered Edition back in January. It kept getting, actually I think it was announced last year. Then it was postponed to January, and now it is coming out at almost the exact same time as London was supposed to come out. So to not conflict with Fallout 4, 10th anniversary edition. They have postponed Fallout London.
What do they mean next? You could already play Fallout 4 on the Xbox S. What next gen update?
Up in the 4K and 60 frames.
Stop re-releasing the same damn game, Bethesda. God damn it!
They apparently added a new mission.
This ain't Skyrim. Fallout 4 ain't got it like that. I love Fallout 4, and we don't know what that's going to do. That's going to break all the damn mods. It's going to break all the mods again.
Yes. I mean, it's the same as the Skyrim, game of the year, or 10th anniversary edition.
Except Skyrim was that good a game.
Where they added some mods into it, made them legit, added a couple of quests and cleaned up the graphics.
And now they're going to have to go upgrade the dang London edition to go to that. So that's why they had to do it, because it's going to break the London edition. Because the problem is that it's going to automatically update everybody's Fallout 4, which means that even if you did have the London, it's going to break it. Because that's what it kept doing on my PC. Every time I went and logged in, it would automatically update my Fallout, which would break my frigging Horizon. Bethesda, you already screwed up with Starfield. Y'all just...
But yeah, so anyway, that is the deal with that.
I'm not feeling Bethesda like I used to. I'm going to be real. I'm starting to not feel them like I used to, man. Me and Scott ain't really cool like we used to. Is it Scott? What's his little name? No, it ain't Scott. I think Scott's FNAF.
You're talking about...
This little boy don't grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know. If you wouldn't have asked me,
but I don't know if I'm feeling him like I used to, man. He kind of getting on my nerves. I forgive the money I wasted on Starfield, but
Todd Howard.
But how long Elder Scrolls is taking to come out, and this is messing up London. I wasn't even waiting on London, man. I was only mildly concerned about London, and I'm gonna check it in a minute. He being childish, but with how long London is taking to come out, and hold on.
Oh, gotta love having a kid.
You better have a real good reason for calling.
So, yeah, no, I get the frustration is a lot of people have been waiting for London, and now, most likely they're going to have to update their mod, and they're probably going to have to update their mod in a pretty major way, so... who knows how long it'll be before we see the London mod come out for Fallout 4 But, until then, you got some cleaned up graphics. And if you have an Xbox or Xbox X or PlayStation 5, you'll be able to run a little better in Fallout 4. I don't know. I will say ultra wide support for PC. I do have an ultra wide for my gaming setup. I will appreciate that. But then again, I don't know. I haven't been playing Fallout 4. Of course, I was going to play it for the London DLC, so maybe the London DLC will now have ultra wide support, so that'd be nice. But I mean, Steam Deck verification, so it'll be able to be played on the Steam Deck. Some of those things are going to be added in there. And it's April 25th, which, like I said, the London release was supposed to be April 23rd. So 2 days after what was supposed to be the London release. Which would have mean the London mod would have worked for 2 days, and then it would have completely stopped working. So... all right, next up, while we're talking about Fallout, this week, Fallout TV series was released. This was on Amazon. Surprisingly, I have not seen a lot of hate on this. I thought I was going to see a ton of hate on this. And, of course, about 4 hours before we started this show, a lot of the hate YouTubers started coming out on this, and I started seeing a lot of hate reviews. But the fact that it took them that long to come out means this is something I've got to watch. And so I've got to watch it before all the spoilers get saturated out there. So it's definitely on my to-watch list. I would have watched it this week, but we had a big storm come through the area Tuesday, which knocked out my internet until last night. So I have not had the chance to check it out yet.
Next time I'm going to make him sit down on the dang couch when we do the show.
And, yeah, just embarrass your boy right live on
embarrass
YouTube.
Him. He got his own channel. Just say if they're worried about being in that house. Anyway, though, I'm looking forward to this. So you already jumped over. Oh yeah, because we're on Fallout stuff.
Yeah. And so, no, I'm gonna watch this week, and we'll talk about what we think about it next week and whatever controversies. Because, like I said, the people who are starting to talk crap about it have just started posting their YouTube videos, which means it took them 3 or 4 days to come up with crap to complain about. So that gives me a pretty good outlook.
I like what we saw a smidge at the start.
Yeah.
The only problem is, from what I saw, I almost wish it just stuck with that guy because that was a really good start. But I know it's going to switch over. And you ever...
Yeah.
Because that's a good actor, man. Yeah. He already was doing really good. Well, from what I gather,
you've got 3. I think the 3 on
Yeah,
here.
but already I could tell who's the best actor, I feel. I already feel like he's going to knock it out the park, man.
Walton Goggins seemed like he was going to be fun to watch.
Walton Goggins feels like he's going to knock this out the park, man. He already was really doing good.
Because we watched like 5 minutes before the show because, I mean, it's all we had.
And he
didn't want to start the show. Because
I was like, screw you guys, man. I was in Walton Goggins looks like he's going to be doing really good. And unfortunately, he's doing so well that he may have already set a high bar for Ella and the other guy to try to follow. I'm like, ooh, Ella, he set a really high bar. Ella and Aaron may be in trouble because he's in the theme already.
Yeah.
He really is in the theme. And I'm like, and it looks like Ella, all the trailers made it look like Ella's the main character. And I'm like, I think it's Walton, man. He's really good at the beginning.
Well, usually they list cast and crew by how much screen time. So by this, you would think he's got the third amount of screen time, which puts Aaron way down here. But maybe that's because he's in a mech suit. I don't know.
I just think I like Walton a lot, man. He really, it was a really good start, man. It's a really good start, and I don't know. Maybe Ella's gonna kill it. My fingers are crossed that we didn't see the best part of the show already, and it doesn't go downhill from there. But
I mean, hey, 94% critic score.
Yeah.
And then 88.
Which 88's not the greatest, but it's not bad.
No, not bad. Not bad.
Not bad,
88. So I think when I looked
well,
the
I
other
could care
day,
less
it was
about
a little
critic
lower,
score.
so.
Critic scores mean nothing to me.
Well, yeah. You're
But 88's not terrible, but 88's not what I was hoping for either. But we'll see.
And I mean, why they put the worst, some of the dysfunctional family drama with the use of the
slide down. There was one that was about middle. I like to read those middle.
I don't want to slide through too many of these. I'm afraid that people will put spoilers in them, though.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll talk more about this next week, and we'll give a spoiler alert if we get too deep into the conversation next week about it. But yeah, no, we're actually gonna watch this. You know.
Oh no. Yeah, I gotta. If nothing else, I gotta follow Walt to the story because they did a nice startup. We already got an idea where it's gonna go, and I got a feeling that if he keeps that vibe, especially because he's clearly gonna be a tragic character from when he started it, and I want to see his story. If nothing else, sometimes I will watch a story to follow one character. Yeah. I have done it before. If nothing else, I feel like I want to follow his story.
Yeah,
Aaron. From what I saw from the trailer, I'm hoping it ends up better than what I saw. I really do. I hate to say it. It's weird, too, because he's a brother. But the trailer made it seem like he's going to be my least liked character. I hope they're not doing what I think they're doing with him. But we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
But, I mean, I could have sworn he'd pop some line about, I'm scared. And I'm like, if they do scared Negro, I'm going to be pissed.
No.
They do scared Negro, I'm going to be pissed. I'm tired of these scared, wimpy Negro characters. I'm just going to be blunt. They better not have done it. Because they've been doing that to us for a while. That's an old trope coming back. Don't think I'm stupid. That's something that they used to do back in the day. They better stop this bull crap. They did that in that dang Velma show with the punked out black character. I'm tired of that. They better not. I'm going to be real pissed off. They keep doing this little scared, wimpy black guy trope. So I hope they don't do that with Aaron, where he the one person running around about to pee his pants in the damn apocalypse. So I'm hoping they don't. I'm not saying they did, but the trailer, he the only one talking about being scared.
We'll see. We'll hope. We can have a dream.
If it is, man, me and Todd, I'm gonna put my foot up. Todd gonna be coughing up Nike.
Well, speaking of things done to video game, video games translated to TV. How about video games translated to tabletop
and fixing it. They fixed Tomb Raider.
So this is the Tomb Raider Chronicles. I haven't read too much into this, man. What's going on here?
Go to the page. It tells you.
I mean, we can go there, but I'm saying overall what's going on.
Apparently, some kind of license came out to making a tabletop version of Tomb Raider games, but more importantly, it addresses the problematic history of the game.
Keep jumping to that. Okay. Well, let me go to that then. I was hoping you could tell me a little more about what the game's.
It's a tabletop game where you play, make your own character.
I mean, is it like a board game tabletop? Is it like you got books with a
you make
player's
actual
handbook and a DM's guide?
No, tabletop RPG. It's like D&D-ish. You make an actual character.
Thanks. That's what I wanted to know.
At least I saw templates for characters. Like you could have a person that's been changed by an artifact. You could be a mercenary and all of that, at least from what I saw. Yeah, I saw like actual character sheets.
Okay. But yeah, now the thing that you're talking about is right here where they talk about how Tomb Raider series to escape its colonial past.
History wounded by colonial tendencies.
So, yeah.
And in order to stop its bad history of stealing the culture, artifacts of other people, and instead choosing to respect that culture, acknowledging it, and from a world wounded by colonialism.
Yeah,
so now
Laura no longer decorates her mantle with mythic artifacts. As a raider, she prioritizes seeking out the truth. Much of this game is inspired by her humanity, struggle with heroism, and her tenacity. We believe that all three aspects are an important component in creating a game that celebrates history and culture while acknowledging the respect and work required to live in a world wounded by colonialism. It's called Tomb Raider, bitch!
And they're now working with Crystal Dynamics to make a sandbox game that tells stories that address colonialist themes. And create their own story that respects and support for the people and cultures that the Seekers, now called Seekers, encounter. It's the game we needed.
Let's see.
So finally, you can undo all the harm that's been done by the previous Tomb Raider games. Because clearly, as a fan of Tomb Raider, you hate everything it represented, and you want to fix it. Because when I'm hiring somebody to work on my franchise...
Yeah, it's a Tomb Raider Shadow of Truth.
See, I want you to understand that when I get a franchise, I always like to make sure that when I hire somebody, that I like to sit down with them. And I like to, first question I like to ask is I like to go, excuse me, sir. So you want to work for our company? Well, I need to understand that this franchise has a long storied history and a strong fan base. So I need you to tell me, what do you hate about this franchise? You need to be able to list out all the things that you think suck about this franchise. And if you can give me an appropriately long and detailed list of everything that's wrong, then you have a job. Because you can't work for us if you don't hate everything about what we represent. That's good business. Nothing the fans love more than when you hate everything they love.
Oh.
That's how you make money. Right? That's how it works, right?
Anyway, so what else we got, man? That just hurt. That was painful, dude.
But obviously a fan of Tomb Raider thinks that it's all about horrible colonialistic activities and that it's terrible to do everything related to Tomb Raiding. What, you don't understand how this works?
Let's see. Last thing we have is...
Clearly he doesn't get it.
Heroes. Remember that show?
Yes. So
being rebooted.
So how did the people they hired to do that hate it?
It's from the original series creator, so...
He hates it now, right?
Probably. I mean, I get it if he does, because he made one good season, and then he destroyed it the first time, so...
That's the right guy then.
Oh, Tim Kring's Heroes is eyeing the second encore with Heroes Eclipse, a new incarnation of the popular 2006 superhero drama series. Sources tell Deadline. Let's see. It's being pitched to buyers now. So, who knows? Yeah, that's right. He did a reboot in 2015 already, which didn't go over well. The Heroes Reborn.
I mean, look, it's literally called Heroes Eclipsed. So clearly the point is to eclipse the whole concept, right? He's warning you in the title.
Because, yeah, Heroes Reborn. Let's do Rotten Tomatoes. How well did it go over? This was the last reboot of Heroes.
Oh.
So.
Ow. Nobody liked that.
So it's amusing to see them reboot it yet again.
Because look at that score. He obviously can kill it worse.
Yeah, he can do worse than that.
That's not dead enough. 42, 56, that's almost not rotten.
Oh.
He's like, I can go lower. We're aiming for 20 or below.
Oh, but anyway. I mean, dude, the concept of Heroes was a really interesting concept. It's basically normal people getting super powers, you know, and then just trying to not be turned into, you know, government guinea pigs. And then they went really crazy with it, you know.
Yeah, because it was like... one guy got an ability where he could kind of predict a incident because like they would save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah.
And then there were conspiracies and people trying to prevent this next step of evolution that was causing it and greater plots. It was like a subtle X-Men-like concept that was interesting, and then it went horribly wrong, and then it was rebooted much worse. Yeah. And now it's going to be eclipsed, which is the final nail.
I mean, there was Misfits. which was a UK show that came out after. No, I don't think it was here. That's not the wrong one.
You didn't put the S on it.
What was it? Anyway, there was a UK one called The Misfits. Had the guy from that was similar style. Yeah, I think this is no, that doesn't look like it either. I can't remember what it was. Something Misfits or The Misfits or something, but it came out in around 2010, 2012 time period. But very similar thing. It was a bunch of in this case, it was around these kids who were having to do community service, and these meteorites fell.
Yeah. I remember the community service.
Yeah,
that was okay-ish. That one was.
It was a low-budget Heroes.
Yeah,
is what it was.
Very low-budget.
And they actually ended up doing a better job, I thought, than Heroes of actually playing it up, because they didn't go and get like really super crazy with it.
Well, low budget.
And so I would like to see more. Let's keep the that first season vibe going and not get
Eclipse.
Yeah. Anyways. But, could be interesting. It's something to keep an eye out. Sort of like that Babylon 5 reboot that we've been talking about for 2-3 years now.
I mean, I think one of the biggest issues is there's a critical lack of creativity. We're getting constant reboots.
We are.
Because the new people don't know how to make anything. They're just talentless hacks.
Wow, whoa.
Well, I mean, look at what they do. They grab IPs. They hate those IPs because they have no talent. They ruin those IPs. They can't make anything of their own, so they burn the past. And what they're doing, and here's why I'm so disgusted. Look, it's one thing to lack the creativity and talent to make something new, but it's another thing to want to ruin everything good before you so that there is nothing of quality at all. It's just disgusting. There it is. It is just disgusting because you just want there to be nothing good in the world. And that's sad. I mean, I don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
Look
at that, 92, 80%.
I don't know how to cook. I'm not a great cook. Wells, Zeno can cook. Zeno throws down on the grill. I don't kick his grill over when he's grilling. I don't mess up his food. Like, I'm not petty. I just go, hey, man, you mind grilling? I'm an adult. But y'all would come over here and sabotage the man's grill because you're petty and you're pathetic. And I'm like, and that's what disgusts me. It's like, it's one thing to not have talent, but it's another thing to want to ruin everything that's good. Yeah. Like, at least leave other people's stuff alone. Why would you go and want to mess with Tomb Raider? Make your own game. Yeah. Why don't you make a game about a group of people who go stop Tomb Raiders? Just make a game. Oh, wait, because you can't write and you don't know how to make game rules and your characters are Jane Does that everybody thinks is ugly and nobody wants to hire you. And that's why.
All right. And that's where we're going to wrap it up.
It's just sad.
Oh, no, I get you.
It ain't mess up everybody's thing. And it's just like, it's just.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Well, they take a franchise and they tell the fans of the franchise that they don't want them.
And you know what's funny? I'm being mean, but the truth is, you probably aren't really as bad as you think. If you put a little more effort, I've actually seen some indie games that tried to preach to people that had a bit of talent. That I said, you know what? If they spent a little more time, this game could have been good. I saw potential. I have. I actually have seen some potential. If you put a little more effort into your creativity, if you actually stopped and said, let's take a month and focus a little bit more on getting better at drawing and writing, you might be able to make something that has the quality level to sell so that you can get your point across. And then you can make the change you want to make. Because your message is not necessarily wrong, but your method and your quality of work makes it wrong because, look, if you write, you could write the most inspirational message on a piece of a rotten meat, and no one's gonna eat it. Learn how to cook. Learn how to make something of quality, and then maybe you can make change.
I will agree, though. Like you said, it may not be as bad as people think. Somebody who also likes to write. I've written several things that I've never published because they're never good enough for me. I've let him read some of it. He thought it was really good. And then I rewrote it about 10 times after that.
Yeah, put a little more work in. Stop giving up. Stop putting the cart before the horse. Train the damn horse, and then you can get the message out. Because you know what's funny? They're not wrong that stealing artifacts out of tombs is stealing. I'll say that it is stealing. But when you're annoying about it and you put it in someone else's game, no one wants to hear you. But if you made a game about stopping evil colonists, because you want to know what? I'll tell you, I'm going to help you. I'm older than you. One of the greatest crimes that were ever committed was the destruction of the Mayan people. They were genocided. If you made a game about a group of people trying to prevent that genocide, going back, maybe they had some artifact that they could try to prevent it, an ancient Mayan spirit try to prevent that destruction, and you go back to stop that, and you actually were trying to stop that, and you're fighting these conquistadors trying to do this genocide, that'd be an interesting concept. But you would need to, A, make the game good, B, make the characters interesting, and C, try not to be too much of a dick about it. That would be an interesting game I'd be interested in playing. And that's a real thing that happened. You don't have to make anything up. You don't have to vilify anybody because that's real. It's real history. So guess what? No one can come back and go, you're being blah, blah, blah. No, that's real.
Well, no, man.
Real
That's the
history.
Thing. We know there's atrocities throughout history. They're
like real colonialism.
They're pretty largely agreed upon, the atrocities.
You worried about complaining about Lara Croft going through imaginary tombs, fighting dinosaurs and crap, and I'm like, dude, there's real atrocities. Why don't you use a real one so people? Because you know what? Who's going to complain about you going, man? What happened in Aztec times what happened to them is terrible. Yeah, like somebody's going to really go, no, it wasn't. Nobody's going to do that. What happened to the Mayans was terrible.
Yeah. But when you blame modern people about things that happen...
That's why I said you go back to that time.
Exactly.
But when you complain about some fictional, big-titty, fictional character fighting dinosaurs in a magic tomb over a mystic idol that turns back, does some crazy thing, people are going to be like, shut up. Yeah. So do you see how you need to pick your battle so that you, one, can't really be criticized, and two, actually can sell a product? So I'm going to help you. There's your subject. You want to fight colonialism? Why don't you pick actual colonialism?
I mean, when we play games, we play bad characters all the time just because we knew she was a Tomb Raider. That's
why they use fictional tombs, so no one would feel offended. They used fake tombs and fake characters.
But even then, nobody was like, "Oh, well, she's a great person doing this honorably." No, she's a Tomb Raider. We knew she was a Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's why
the name of the game is Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's why she's not raiding tombs you recognize, so people wouldn't be offended. They didn't have her going over to like Israel raiding known tombs that you'd be like, wait, I know that. That's my people's. No, they made up places.
Normally in video games, when you play a character that does something questionable, they usually do it in a fictional environment because of that.
And stealing fictional treasures.
It's a mind game. But anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Dicejunkies.com where you can find links everywhere we are online. Crap. Didn't meant to mention we had fun at Sci-Fi-Con last week.
I heard the pub crawl was amazing.
I'm sure Garrett is usually pretty fast on pushing out those dates, so keep an eye on the Sci-Fi-Con website to see when the con will be next year. and see if there's any guests. Maybe you want to go check it out. It was fun. And if there's no guests you want to check out, you ought to come anyway just so you can go on the pub run with us.
I hear the pub crawls are incredible, at least when certain people are handling it. They have an amazing time. Unexpectedly weird events occur because we show up, something bizarre happens every time.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, check out Dicejunkies.com where you find links everywhere online. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. And as every week,
we hope you enjoy.